Guys, let's have a look at how you can sort and filter your data. And these two Excel features are very crucial because first, filter feature will help us to control the visibility of our data set. Yes, we have control over what we want to be visible. Like in this case, for the case of the location, we have two major locations, that is Sydney and Melbourne. We may decide that we only want details from Sydney to be visible and hide those from Melbourne. The same here on the amount column, we may decide that we only want amounts that are above a particular level to be visible, while the remaining ones should be hidden. That is the work of filter. When we come to sort, we just want to change the order of our numbers or the order of our characters. Maybe instead of starting with from the largest to smallest, we may start from the smallest to the largest. Same here under the amount, we may decide that you want to arrange this data from the largest amount to the smallest amount. Now this is how you are going to start filtering your data. Let us start by filter. This is our data. First, you click into any cell within your data set. Then at the top, you can see we have a number of tabs, the home tab, insert tab. Now we are going to go up to where we have the data tab. That is where we are going to click. When we click under our data tab, you can see here, under the sort and filter group, we have sort and we have filter group. We are going to start by filtering. You can see something like a funnel, that is what you click on. And when you click on that, you can see now each and every column at the very top, we have something like a funnel. This is what we call the filter button. And when you click into a filter button, you see something like that. Click again into your filter button, you see something like that. When you go back to where we have the funnel and click it, those filter buttons will disappear. Let us click into that filter button again, into that filter funnel again. You can see the filter buttons are back. Now let us come to the location. Click into that. When you click into that location column, you can see first at the top we have the option to sort your data from A to Z. That simply means from the smallest to the largest. Then from Z to A. That is now from the largest to the smallest. You can also sort by color and also sort, you can also do text filters. Now I only want to see data from Melbourne City or from the location Melbourne. What you are going to do, you uncheck the first box, then everything is going to be unselected. Then you now go to that location which you want to be visible. Click on that. Then the only location which you have checked into the box beside it, it's going to be visible. The remaining ones are not going to be visible. Then you click on OK. Then you can see we now have Melbourne, we do not have Sydney. You can come up to the bottom, we only have Melbourne, we do not have Sydney. Maybe now we do not want to see Melbourne, we only want to see data from the Sydney location. We are going to go back, click into that funnel, clear the filter from the location. When we clear filter from the location, you can see the filtering feature has been done away with. Now we only want to see data from Sydney. Again, click into that filter button and select the select on options. Then you only check into that box beside Sydney. Again, click OK. You can see we only have Sydney. Again, you can scroll up to the bottom. You can see we only have Sydney. Melbourne has been hidden. Remember, it has not disappeared. It has just been hidden. And for us to get it back, we can always come back here and just clear filter. And you can see we have it back. That is very simple. That is filtering what we call the text. How about when we want to filter the amounts? Let us come to the amount column. Again, click into that filter button. You can see all these are the amounts. We do not want to go through that process. So what we want to do, we only want to see those amounts that are either equal to or greater than 10,000 or 1,000. Now what you are going to do, you come to the number filter. When you come to the number filter, you can see the first one is to only show those amounts which are equal to a particular value. That's the first option. You can also show the amounts which are not equal to a particular value, amounts that are greater than, amounts that are greater than or equal to. Now this is what we want. We want those amounts that are greater than or equal to 1,000. Now we have a window like this. It is greater than or equal to. If you want something different, we can just click on the drop down arrow, then we can choose from there. But again, this time around, we just want something that is greater than or equal to 1,000. Then just type that 1,000 there. Then click OK. You can see again, we only have those amounts that are either greater than or equal to 1,000. That is very, very simple. Remember, we can have multiple filters across multiple columns. We have filtered this column. It is only showing amounts that are either greater than or equal to 1,000. Now, we only want to see those amounts that are greater than or equal to 1,000, but only in one location, and that location should be Melbourne. We are again going to filter our location column. And you can see now this is the only thing we have. We can again come to the invoice month. We only want to see those amounts that are either equal to or greater than 1,000, and they are specifically from Melbourne, and the invoice month should be April. Again, we come to the invoice month column, then we only select or filter April. You can see that is what we have. Now, if you want to clear all these filters, we do not have to go and clear them from each and every column. We just come here where we have the filter and sort group. Here we have the filter. We click and everything has been cleared. Now let us come to sort options. Sort options is simply changing the order of these particular values and items. Now, first, under the amounts column, I want the amounts to be arranged from the largest to the smallest. What I'm going to do, I can just come here where we have the sort and filter tools. I'm going to sort from Z to A. That is from the highest to the lowest. Then just click. Okay. Sorry guys, make sure that you are on that particular column which you want to sort. Click on that, then come from Z to A, that is from the largest to the smallest. Click on that, and then you can see we have now our amounts from the largest to the smallest. You can scroll up to the last row. You will see that these values have been arranged from the largest to the smallest. How about if you want them to be arranged from the lowest or from the smallest to the largest? Again, we are coming here. Then just go from smallest to largest. Again, you can see everything has been done like that. How about if we want these values to be under the amounts column, we want to do multiple sorting. Under the amounts column, we want it to be arranged from the largest to the smallest. Under the location, we only want to start with Melbourne, then move to Sydney. Then under the month, the invoice month, we want to start from the earliest month to the latest month. Now here we are going to do multiple sorting, and this is how we are going to do it. Let me clear this one again. It has been cleared. Now this time around, we are not going to sort from A to Z or Z to A. We are going to click on this where we have ZA, AZ. Then a window like this is going to open. What we want to start with is the location. This is our first level. Then we are going to add the second level, then third level. Now on our first level, we want to sort in terms of the location. Because we want to start with Melbourne, then Sydney. Melbourne, letter M comes before letter S. That simply means that we are starting from the smallest to the largest. Then the second level, we are moving to the amount. We want to start from the largest value to the smallest value. Just look for the amount. Here's the amount from largest to smallest. The last level is now the invoice month. We want to start from the earliest month to the latest month. That is again going to be from smallest to the largest. This is the invoice month. Then from A to Z, then just click on that. Now you can see we have our numbers. We are starting with Melbourne, then amount, then March. Remember that the invoice month does not mean that we are starting with that month which has something like where the first letter is the earliest in that particular sequence. But what it means is that the invoice month, the month when a particular order was made, it was the earliest. So that is what we mean.